Good afternoon from a very smoky Los Angeles, California. Hope everybody's Saturday is going well. For today's interactive advanced concept presentation 4, we're going to discuss heat transfer and attempt to make a fireproof balloon, which is very exciting. So let's first talk about what we're going to attempt today and why it should happen, and then we'll make it happen and see if we can get that same result. We're going to try 2 different experiments today. Experiment number 1 will involve filling up a balloon like we have here, and then lighting it on fire underneath to see what happens. I've got a fire starter right here. And then the second experiment we're going to do will involve filling up a balloon with water and then setting it on fire and see what happens. So let's talk about what we do know. So we sort of come up with a hypothesis first before we do the experiment. So we know that heat is transferred to liquids very quickly, and obviously a flame would heat up whatever it's placed on. When the flame meets the rubber of the balloon, it should immediately pop because the pressure inside of the balloon and how fast the balloon is heated by the flame. So for the balloon that's filled with water, I would expect that it won't break as easy because the water should absorb most of the heat, causing the balloon to not get as hot as we would expect would happen in experiment number 1 with the balloon without the water. So just like heating water to a boiling point, it would take a while to heat up this water in the balloon. So let's try it. So experiment number 1, we're going to blow up balloon number 1 and tie it off. I'll save you my, do this little off screen here. All right, so here's my blown up balloon. Let me tie it off real quick here, if I can do it. Let's see. Of course, this will take me forever because I'm trying to film this, but try not to mess this up here. There we go. Okay, so experiment number 1, here we have a balloon that just has air that I blew up, and here is our fire starter. So let's see what will happen. Let's create some fire here. There we go. That was very loud. So obviously the second that the balloon hit the fire, it exploded, and rest in peace to the balloon. So just as we hypothesized, it popped, there's nothing to absorb the heat, and the rubber heated so quickly, and there, that was that. So now let's go to experiment number 2. We have a new balloon here for us, and we'll see if we get a different reaction, a reaction that we thought before. So let me get up for a second. We will fill up this balloon with water, tie it off, and then we will try experiment number 2. So we can go into the bathroom over there. There we go. Let's put some water into this balloon, hopefully you can still see. So we have a water-filled balloon here now. So I'm going to tie it off, try and not get water all over the place. Probably good luck with that. This is how I create a flood in my kitchen. Okay, so here we have a water-filled balloon. So we're going to try experiment number 2. So we have again the fire starter right here. And let's see what happens if we get this popped. I'm going to try and do it over here so I don't create a flood over my computer. Put this there. So here we go. Create fire. So definitely didn't pop like the other one did. So that's very interesting. So what we're definitely seeing here, and it's still a little hot, we got a little charcoaliness there on the bottom. So you can see we did light it on fire. Let me put this over here so I don't create a flood. So what we definitely saw there, like we hypothesized, was that the balloon, the water in the balloon absorbed the heat just like we thought it was. Gases are obviously much less conductive, and therefore the heat transfer occurs much slower in the balloon that had the water, and we didn't see it immediately pop like we saw experiment number 1. So there we have it. We've made a fireproof balloon, and that was interesting. And looking forward to next week's lab experiment, and hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. Bye for now.